How is that possible? Once again, they've accidentally leaked a version of the game that they weren't supposed to. In fact, this time they leaked the version of the game that shouldn't be out until October. That's right, Forza Horizon 4 was leaked onto the Windows Store, and someone noticed it was downloading, and they managed to get through the files and figure out which cars we're going to be getting in Horizon 4. That's right, we have the full car list already. So without further ado, let's jump in. First that jumps out on the list is, because it's made by 343, is the Warthog. So for those that are fans of Halo, you get to play with the Warthog still. I like when they add out of the blue cars. Really strange. It fits perfectly for a Forza game. The Alfa Romeo Giulia is also coming to the game. I believe they made it a DLC in one of the last games. I didn't pay attention, but apparently it's returning to the base game, which is great because it means we now have the M3, the RS4, and a bunch of other cars, and then we get to actually compare the Giulia now. But I do have to complain about one thing straight away. Toyota is completely gone, except in the form of 3 vehicles, which, I mean, some of them are cool, but for the most part, they're not what we want. We want the Supra and stuff. This is not Turn 10 doing it. This is not Playground Games doing it. This is Toyota pulling out of, like, every game that isn't racing cars. But in doing that, that means the Supra is not possibly going to be a thing. The new Supra, I thought within the life cycle of the game, we may hear more about the Supra. So, unfortunately, don't expect the DLC Supra ever. And it also means a lack of Lexus, which means the RCF and the LFA and other fantastic cars are now gone from the game. For God's sake, Toyota! 3 different versions of the RS6 are coming to the game. Thank the Lord, there's a new RS6 which looks so nice. It's a 2015 model. I'm super excited to drive that thing. If I were to replace my RCF with another car, I could not think of any other than when it comes to like completely out of budget cars. I'm talking about around the same budget. The RS6, definitely. Although as for now, in the UK, we have a lot of very specific culture. Now, fast forward it about 20 years ago, we were doing things a little bit differently. We had small cars, but Cosworth escort Cosworth everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Well, it's in the game. So if you're an oldie, you can drive the Goldies. Another cool thing is the Ford Crown Victoria is coming to the game, and I imagine it's going to have the cop lights and stuff like it did on Horizon 3. Now, my only thought about that is, okay, it's cool, but now we need the Astras to have cop lights. If you didn't know, our police drive Astras. And I saw an i3 cop car the other day. Ford Transit vans, a thing. They need to be a thing because UK culture. If we don't buy trucks here, we buy transit vans. Transit vans, there's only the Fords, which they need to step their game. How can you make a game about the UK and only have the Ford Transit van, which is the most popular? You need more of them. This is a recurring thing on this car list. Now, this list, I'm not 100% sure if it's 100% complete. Some of the cars that you'd think would be there are missing. A lot of the Forza Reddits and stuff started digging around and realizing that they said there's 100 manufacturers. There isn't 100 manufacturers in this list, so maybe this is an early list. Whatever. In this list, there are 12 Lotuses and 13 Jaguars. If the list isn't complete, there may be more than that. Maybe they're going to remove some as well. But either way, those 2 manufacturers definitely need to have a big presence in this game, and they've done it well, so no complaints. Remember the Peel P50? That was amazing. It's coming to the game. It's going to be there. It's definitely going to be super fun to drive this thing. You know for a fact in Forza, when you jump in, you go, you know what, I'm going to make this car stupid, upgrade performance, upgrade everything. It's going to blitz down the road like nothing. And you know that the community is going to attempt to drift this thing and make it some kind of drift car. And hey, it might be good. It'll be absolutely awful. Remember the Reliant Supervan as well? That's also returning. I do wish I had the Reliant Robin because that's the one everybody refers to. But hey, it's basically the same thing. So you remember in Motorsports, they added the Mercedes racing truck. Well, they're not only just adding that now. This is going to be in the game. They're also adding another racing truck. So it's not just one type of racing truck, which is great. It's actually a really cool concept-y looking one. The 2016 Volvo Iron Knight, which looks mega. It looks terrifying, and I can't wait to drive this. I would hope that, can you imagine in the future when they're talking about the taxi jobs and stuff you're going to be able to do in the game? Imagine if you could get a truck and hook up a trailer and just, you're a UK truck simulator in Horizon 4. This is the type of things we want in this game. It would be incredible. But back to my complaining stages once again. There is a severe lack in a lot of British-focused manufacturers. And I'm going to list these manufacturers now and list some of the cars that you would think would be in the game, but they're not. Landon Range Rovers, Peugeot, Renault, like, where are those manufacturers? I mean, I know a couple of those are in there, but the fact that they're lacking in cars when that's pretty much what everyone drives in the UK. Now, I know the idea is not to have every car that everyone drives in the UK, but if you're going to put a game in the UK and you're a developer from the UK, surely you would think, okay, let's add some more UK cars in here. Where's Peugeot? Peugeot has no presence whatsoever. It's the bloody biggest manufacturer when it comes to new sales in the UK. It's huge. We hate it, but that's the funny thing. It would be awesomely entertaining, and people like to drive their own cars in the game. I think in this list we have a total of 3 Land Rovers. 3. What? And the biggest problem for me, okay, this is being half joking but half serious at the same time. They have 3 Vauxhalls. 3. The 2012 Astra, the 16 VXR Corsa, and the 05 Monaro VXR. What are you doing? We need older Corsas. You cannot have a game in the UK without it. It is like the most popular car there is, and you're adding a 2016 VXR Corsa, which wasn't added, it was from previous game. And another weird thing I want to mention, like on a much more serious note, there is a severe lack of SUVs that were in the last game that are in this game. You're saying that the off-roading and stuff is more present, they're adding snow, the ability for it to snow on the map. Why are we not able then to have more? Why would it not be the same or more amount of SUVs? SUVs surely make sense. Trucks make sense. So originally, most of my sourcing was the Knobheads, my website. Check it out. But then I also decided to check the Reddit because obviously people have discussions about it, want to talk about it, discuss what their findings are and stuff. And the findings were really interesting. So the list, as I said, they didn't think it was massively complete. Some of the cars were missing. Manufacturers, apparently they're 87 when it's meant to be 100. All this kind of thing. Well, apparently there's only 14 new to Forza vehicles ever, like in this list. 14. So I'm assuming there's got to be more because there's 87 manufacturers. Surely there's a manufacturer or 2 missing in there, right? Otherwise, they've straight out lied. But we are over the 450 car thing that they said. So maybe they mean manufacturers over the course of DLC, because we know the DLC is planned. But what surprised me the most, because I've never seen the list in person, you know that every single Forza game, they cut some of the cars that are in the game, because I guess people don't use them, or they get pushed out, or licensing, or whatever. Well, actually, they decided to make a list of the cars missing on the Reddit post. Oh my god. That's a heck of a lot of cars missing. That's insane, okay? I completely am for cars being removed and stuff. I can tell a few cars in that list are cars people want. Granted, I guess some of them would be the manufacturers that have been taken at Toyota, Lexus or something. But even still, jeez Louise. So that pretty much rounds up the list of things that I particularly have noticed. The full list, I don't want to list every single car because that'll take me a long time. There's a 450. I'm not saying it's a low amount of cars. It's a lot of cars. The car list is good. I just wish Lexus was still there because then I could drive my RCF in the UK. Like, why? I cannot any longer. Toyota! From this list of cars, in my head, I already have an idea of cars I want to see as Horizon Edition cars. That single Corsa or Astra, if none of those have a Horizon Edition, you have missed out big time. And instead, we will make our own editions. We'll make the Knobhead Edition, and you'll regret it because the Knobheads Edition will be the ones that people actually want. You'll only get them one chance to get them when I upload them to the store. That's a cool idea. I kind of feel like most of this video I was complaining about the car list, but generally Forza does pretty well with the car list. I just think that although it's good, it has a good mix of kind of medium-end cars, a good mix of high-end cars. It's really lacking in the low-end stuff. I mean, some of it's there, but it's not like... It should be more. There should be more. And especially when we're going to off-roading and stuff, there needs to be more trucks and off-roading vehicles in general, especially when Horizon's starting to do this off-road thing. But I know how it works. I know that most of the cars come from the motorsport team picking out the cars, and Horizon just gets trickles of DLC and that kind of thing. But still, I think they should have more say, and I'm hoping with the fact that they're pushing for a lot of post-launch update content this time round, I'm hoping we're going to see more of those cars appear, more British stuff, and when it comes to challenges and stuff, at least seeing British-style influenced challenges at the very least, because let's be honest, overall, the whole, like, me pushing, it needs courses thing, it's a bit of a joke, but at the same time, they should do that, right? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing if you're new. And, well, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Until next time, peace.